What's up, guys? It's time for another brokerage review, and this one is a big one. Today, let's do a full, no punches pulled review of Vanguard. We'll discuss Vanguard's pros, cons, price, features, and then some. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of what Vanguard has to offer, and more importantly, you'll have a better sense of whether or not it's a brokerage worth investing your money with. My name is Dash, this is Mind Over Finance, and let's get into this review. And for the good of the YouTube algorithm, please man-shake that like button.
You son of a...
So John Bogle is this Princeton-educated whiz kid who gets hired to work at this wealth management fund called the Wellington Fund, based on his groundbreaking Princeton senior thesis. A thesis that would change his life. He does his thing at Wellington and he earns his respect in the industry. However, during a bear market, John Bogle gets fired from Wellington. And then John Bogle was like,
"Y'all gonna fire me? I'll show y'all, mother..."
Okay, maybe not in those words. But when he gets fired, he goes his own way and he creates his own asset management firm. But this firm is special because it's based on the groundbreaking ideas from his Princeton senior thesis. John Bogle starts Vanguard in 1975 and the first ever index fund in 1976, giving the small investor the chance to match the returns of the market. And in the process, he completely changes the landscape of investing. Here's what I like about Vanguard. Pro number one, funds minus the fees. When it comes to stock investing or mutual fund and index fund investing, fees are going to be a major factor in determining how much money you keep and how much your portfolio grows over time. And many investors swear by Vanguard for that very reason. Sound investments that don't get eaten up by greedy fund managers. Pro number two, best-in-class investment products. Vanguard, hands down, has some of the most trusted investment products in the industry. Whether it's stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, or REITs, Vanguard offers a wide range of investment products over several different asset classes. Number three, customer service. I haven't had much interaction with Vanguard's customer service, but I did have to contact them when I was transferring a large chunk of money from TD Ameritrade to Vanguard. And they made that transfer process very easy for me, especially when you consider that I'm living overseas in Japan at the moment. And speaking of customer service, I know it's a minor thing, but I think Vanguard does a very good job about answering their emails in a timely fashion. When you have an investment question that's not pressing and you don't necessarily feel like jumping on a call with somebody, you can send Vanguard a message and they'll get back to you within 2 business days or less. Pro number four, dividend breakdowns. Dividends are one of the bread and butter ways of making money from your stock and mutual fund investments. I really like that with a couple of clicks, not only can you find out what dividends you've gotten, but you can find out which dividends are taxable and which ones are non-taxable. Pro number five, fund summaries. I like that you can conveniently enter the name of a fund and easily find all the basic information you need to start doing your due diligence. Here's what I don't like about Vanguard. Con number one, the website and dashboard. Despite all the benefits that Vanguard offers, I'm just going to be blunt. Their dashboard isn't good. The dashboard is text heavy and the website feels clunky. And yes, you can understand it once you take the time to, and you will become accustomed to it. But it is not as straightforward, not as easy on the eyes as it should be. Con number two, very limited research. Having the chance to look at some other brokerages and their platforms really gives me some insight into the research tools they offer. And this is definitely an area where Vanguard falls short. Yes, they provide some in-house research, so like Vanguard created PDFs, articles, etc. by their analysts, by their strategists, but not a whole lot outside of that. And that's great if Vanguard is trying to keep you on their website, in their ecosystem, but to do more extensive due diligence, it's really important to branch out and explore, to research more than just one source of information. Con number three, not every fund is low cost. Just because a mutual fund is run by Vanguard doesn't mean you should own it. You do have to keep in mind that Vanguard does offer funds that are actively managed. And the ones that are run by managers are going to have significantly higher fees than, say, an index fund. Vanguard's Windsor 2 fund is an example of one of their actively managed funds. And look at the expense ratio on it. It's 0.34. When you compare that to an index fund like a VT Sachs only has an expense ratio of 0.04. And it makes a huge difference. Vanguard is a company that has a good reputation for doing what's right by the customer when it comes to fees. But even at that, it is still important to always do your research before jumping into any investment, even if that's with a company that's as trusted as a Vanguard. It is free to open a Vanguard account, but be aware that when you buy into funds, there's usually going to be some kind of investment minimum, yeah? And when it comes to funds, Vanguard's smallest investment minimum for a fund is $1,000. But some of their more highly touted funds are a $3,000 minimum. I know it initially cost me $3,000 to buy into VFIAX. Now, once you've bought into the fund, you can invest smaller chunks of money, but those minimums are something to really be aware of. Let me switch over to my screen really quick, and we'll look at some of Vanguard's features together. Let's start with the account overview page. We can get some stats from some of the major indices at the very top. I can also look at my portfolio at a glance. I can see balances over time, asset mix, and personal performance. Let's also take a look at buying and selling. On the buy and sell page, you have three main options: invest with Vanguard mutual funds, trade ETFs or stocks, or transfer money to or from your Vanguard settlement fund. And when it comes to buying with Vanguard, one absolutely critical feature is automatic investing, because this allows investors to take advantage of dollar cost averaging. Let's also look at statements. I think Vanguard statements are very easy to read and understand, and it's nice to have a place where you can just see all of your statements in one place. Let me show you one more thing. I want to show you the portfolio watch feature. I like this feature because it allows me to dig a little bit deeper into my portfolio. So yes, I can see my current asset allocation, but if I click on one of these tabs, like for example, the stock analysis tab, I can see how my portfolio compares to the market. I can see what percentage of large, mid, and small cap stocks I have in my portfolio. Can also see my investment style and more. I'm just scratching the surface here, but Vanguard has a lot of useful features. Vanguard is great for people who are interested in mutual funds and index funds. It's for the proactive investor who is hyper-focused on keeping management fees low. Vanguard is perfect for investors who are okay with consistent, sometimes slow, growth. It's definitely for members of the financial independence, retire early community. It's for the person seeking high-quality investment products, and I think it's great for long-term investors. Vanguard isn't the best brokerage for stock trading. I also don't think it's for the impatient investor. So if you're looking to strike stock market gold quickly, I don't know if Vanguard is the right brokerage for you. And to be honest, I don't think it's for the person who's focused on individual stocks. I kept my TD Ameritrade account open for a reason. Vanguard doesn't have the prettiest website. It doesn't have the prettiest dashboard. But would you rather have a pretty website and dashboard, or a place where you can keep and grow more of the money you invest? And for me, I'm going to have to say it's the latter. If you can see beyond the aesthetics, I think Vanguard has some serious value to offer you as an investor, especially over time. I think Vanguard is a brokerage that over-delivers. And for that reason, I'm going to give Vanguard an A-. Well, that'll wrap it up for today's Vanguard review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope you got something from it. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to turn that like button blue. Share, and if you're brave enough, subscribe, and join me on this journey to grow Mind Over Finance to 1,000 subscribers strong. And if you have any experience with Vanguard, good or bad, let me know about it in the comments. And I'll catch you in the next video.